just going to talk about how good God is. There were so many years of my life where I was praying that I would meet my husband, that the Lord would give me the most beautiful love story that I've ever heard. I didn't have any specifics for him because I didn't know how I wanted to meet my husband. I just knew that he's the author of every good thing. He would lead me to him in a beautiful way. And so for those of you who don't know, I met my husband at a Christian singles conference in Nashville, Tennessee over New Year's weekend. Technically New Year's Eve, but it's crazy because at the beginning of the year, I knew the Lord was going to introduce me to my husband, and he waited till the very last day of the year to do so. I guess to see if I was going to have the faith that he could still do it. All it takes is faith the size of a mustard seed. We both were going to the conference with no intentions to meet anybody. I was going with my girlfriends, and he was a speaker the year prior, so he was just going to say hey to some of his old friends. But I just love the way the Lord works in these mysterious ways, right? Because little did I know I was going to meet the man I'd spend forever with. So yeah, we got on the dance floor. First I said I loved his sparkly cowboy hat, and he initiated like this conversation. It was okay. I was overstimulated. I really wasn't trying to talk, but then he asked me if I wanted to dance, and then I was like, sure, why not? And I thought I lost him. It was a room full of thousands of other people. I didn't have his name, his number, anything. And lo and behold, the Lord reconnected us in the parking lot after the event. And we did long distance for the first year of knowing each other and first month of marriage. Hey, I'm gonna need a spoon. And his first trip out here to visit, because he lived in Miami, I live in Colorado. His first trip out here to visit, he asked me to be his girlfriend after we had been talking for a few months, and we were besties. And now we've happily been married for over a year. Long distance really strengthened our communication skills. 10 out of 10 would recommend long distance. Even though it was super hard, it was totally worth it. Because every long distance relationship has an expiration date on the long distance part. And even when he asked me to marry him, he came out here on my birthday. He planned the whole surprise from Miami, Florida. And it was a beautiful picnic setup, overlooking the Garden of the Gods. That is the prime example of if a man wants to, he will. And he did. So all of this to say, never settle on what you want. Tell the Lord exactly what you want. Be specific and trust in him to answer your prayers in the best way that is good for you, because the Lord always knows what's best for you. I would have never chose that for myself, but I love it. And I think my love story is absolutely my favorite. So to read more about our love story, check out my website, amberroper.com. I have all the details on the blog. Cheers!